I think it's both things at the same time. I think it's a real anger and resistance at the Obama administration that has this occasionally unhinged quality, but it's also a real demand for a return to fiscal responsibility, fiscal conservatism.
But then when it comes down to choosing a candidate, of choice, more likely that is going to be a Republican, not necessarily someone who simply touts being a Tea Party member, correct?
Absolutely. In fact, yesterday, the folks who were putting on this national convention said very specifically that they don't want to support a third party. They want to support conservative candidates in Republican primaries. Now, that's going to be controversial because there are many different groups in the two-party movement, but I think it does indicate the fact that this is primarily a conservative populist movement designed to try to move the Republican Party further to the right, specifically on the fiscal issues.
And if there are Republicans who say, I don't really want to associate myself with the Tea Party, what is at the crux of their concern?
I think it's a recognition that extremists are usually their own side's worst enemy. And, you know, there have been a lot of folks who've come out with pretty unhinged statements over the course of the Tea Party movements, especially over the course of last summer and fall. I mean, you know, the guys with the Obamas, Hitler, and communist signs are completely outer limits. They got a lot of press, and you do see a lot of that Obama derangement syndrome floating around the fringe of this movement. And as the fringe begins to blur with the base, you see that the conservative populists having more influence in the Republican Party, and there's a bit of a Faustian bargain. Republicans benefit from the enthusiasm they bring, but I think there's real concern that it could boil over and alienate the independents who they really need to win elections.
And so everyone is kind of clamoring for the independents. They're believed to be kind of the fastest growing, you know, portion of the voting public. And so how or why, or I guess really how might this Tea Party try to appeal to those independents, yet at the same time not...
The time is now 3 o'clock, and the snow has started coming down heavy again.
The largest and fastest growing segment of the electorate. They tend to be fiscally conservative, but socially liberal.
And this car over here to my left, on the corner, is having one heck of a time. That guy must be an idiot. They even try to get out in this stuff. He's moving a little bit.
They would like to see a Republican Party that moves further to the right. So there's inherent tension there. The overlap opportunity is a return to fiscal conservatism and fiscal responsibility. So if Tea Partiers want to really broaden their...
He finally got it. He's moving some.
The hyperpartisan anger at Obama aside. Whether they can do that, that's an open question.
So this evening...
Well, there he goes. He's lucky. He is lucky. And this gentleman over here, he's shoveling. I don't know why he's shoveling. He's not going anywhere unless he tries to trudge through this mess. Well, that's how it looks at 3 o'clock here in Dover. Dick Dykes, your reporter.
No question among the crowds here.